Normal Wednesday?
Yeah. As far as our prep and our practice, our meetings, how we go about things, we're sticking to our routine and our process. Trying to have the best Wednesday we can, and then we're going to take that approach each day this week.
The last 3 years, what were you doing on the Wednesday after the season?
Sitting at home, but what exactly I was doing, I don't remember. But this certainly beats that.
What does it mean for you to be able to make this and not be sitting at home on a playoff Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. I think it means a lot to all of us. A lot of guys who've been here these past few years, and to be on the other side of it means a lot. But it's about what we do now from this point on, and how we how we handle this opportunity, how we prepare, and ultimately how we play, how we execute on Sunday. So we're certainly happy we are where we are, but there's a lot more we got to do, a lot more work left for us.
Besides the normal Wednesday today, is there anything different, or what is different in just the conversations with the teammates, the locker room, the vibe? What can you describe?
I think everyone understands where we are now, and we're in the playoffs. We're past the regular season. The games mean more from the sense that you lose, you go home. So people understand that. They understand what's at stake. But the only way we're going to play as well as we want to play is to prepare how we have all year, to trust our process and stick to that. So, that's largely been the conversation amongst the guys.
And did you have an early memory of watching the NFL playoffs as a kid, something that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know, no one memory that sticks out. Growing up in Charlotte when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl in 2004, I remember that. But, growing up, you're always watching these games, and it's pretty cool to be here. But like I said, it's about what we do now and what we do with this opportunity.
This team made the most of when you played Washington the first time, and then you had such a quick turnaround for their rematch. I would imagine preparation helped with that. Is there something about this team, you guys, that helps a quick turnaround, preparing for the same opponent? Maybe the way you guys go about things offensively, putting together the game plan. What do you feel on that?
I think it's a similar situation in that we're playing them playing them twice and so close together. So I think there's some experience we can draw from that earlier this year and apply it to this situation. But each game's different. Each defense and how we're game planning, how we're attacking the defense is different. So we'll try to learn as much as we can from the first game. Use that for our preparation. But you got to understand that this game's going to be different. It's going to play out differently. You can't go in anticipating or trying to predict it to turn out a certain way just because it did last time. So we'll use our first game to our advantage and go in as prepared as possible.
You've played football your whole life. Do you get nervous before a game, or do you expect to be a little more nervous because it is a playoff game?
I certainly get, you get excited, you get, some nerves going into a game, and I expect to have some of that for sure. I think, we all do, but, once you get there, once you settle in and start playing, it's what we've been doing. It's about executing and doing our job. So, I think that's a big thing.
You've had strong outings the last couple of games, capped off with that curtain call. Has that kind of boosted your confidence at all, or does that change, your mentality a little bit?
No, I don't think it changes my mentality. I think I've been confident. I've always been confident regardless of what's going on, outside or the last performance, or it's about the next one, and I've always been confident in myself.
There's only been a handful of quarterbacks who have won playoff games with the Giants in the Super Bowl era anyway. What would it mean to add your name to that list and to kind of etch your place in that history?
Yeah, there's been, this organization has a long history of success, of winning, of postseason success. So, for us to be a part of that, it's about, us as a group and what we can do as a team this year, as part of that, history and part of the storied legacy of this organization. So, I think that's the big thing.
Is there a line of demarcation in your mind between NFL quarterback and playoff quarterback?
I don't know. There's a lot of quarterbacks who play in the playoffs. I think, what you do from this point on, the success you have, and like I said, it's all about what you do now and how we move forward and how we prepare this week and ultimately how we execute on Sunday.
So a better question. Is there a line of demarcation in your mind from playoff quarterback to playoff winning quarterback?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, lots of good players, good teams. I think, we'll try to, as an offense, play as well as we can on Sunday, move the ball, score points, and execute as well as we can.
Daniel, with everything you've been through as a team, but also individually the last 3 years, was there ever a time where you thought to yourself, maybe this was not going to happen, getting to the playoffs, having a successful year, and if not, why not? Why did you always stay confident that this would finally happen?
I think I was always confident this would happen and we'd have this chance. I think largely because the guys we have in the locker room, the type of guys they are, and I think how close we are as a group. We had some tough years, but I think we learned a lot, and that's helped us get to where we are now. So I think just always been confident in the group, the type of guys we have, and ultimately that would lead to success.
What have
Have you
you
spoken
learned
to
about?
anybody about what it's like to play in the playoffs, whether it's Landon or the coaches, and any advice that was shared with you that you think you'll be taking with you?
I've spoken to some of the older guys, some of the coaches, and a lot of guys talk about the speed of the game and that increasing in the playoffs, and just how critical each play is. Then it's one or two plays here or there that's going to make the difference. And in a regular season game, maybe it's a handful, but in the playoffs, these are good teams you're competing against. It's one or two plays that's going to make the difference. So we understand that. We understand what's at stake, but we're going to stick to what's gotten us here. We're going to stick to the routine, the preparation that we've been putting in.
Can you talk about kind of learning stuff throughout the last couple of years? What have you learned about yourself?
I think learned a lot. I feel like we've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, ups and downs, and it's not going to be, not always going to be a straight line or you're going to go, you're going to get better and then go through some tough time and then get better and just about continuing that process, trusting that process, and showing up every day.
Daniel, it's an especially elite collection of quarterbacks in these playoffs. Mahomes, Brady, Allen, on and on. Does it mean anything for you to be in that company?
Those are all really good players, really good teams, really good offenses, and we're confident in our group, confident in myself, but it's about what we do as a team, what we do as a unit, and what we accomplish together.
Outside the term house money has been thrown around. At this point, how does it feel in the locker room going into this game? Are there expectations that you're going to go in there and win, or are you a little looser because you've come so far and maybe exceeded expectations this season?
I think we're definitely not satisfied just to have made the playoffs. That's not how we see it as a group. We were confident in our team dating back to training camp and knew what we were able to accomplish. So, we're by no means satisfied just to be in the playoffs. We expect to play well and to win, and that's our expectation every week. That doesn't change us.